Your transmission will fail. $3,000. Maybe $5,000. Sometimes $8,000. Your dealer saw it coming. Never said a word. They called it lifetime fluid. What they meant was lifetime of your warranty, not your car. Toyota changes transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. Has done for 70 years. American manufacturers print lifetime fluid stickers instead. Toyotas last 300,000 miles. American transmissions fail at 80,000. Today I'm giving you 5 steps that Japanese engineers have used for 7 decades to keep transmissions running past 300,000 miles. Every step costs less than $30. None require a mechanic. And your dealer has never once mentioned a single one. Step 1. Stop trusting the lifetime fluid label. Lifetime fluid was introduced by American manufacturers in the 1990s as a marketing decision, not an engineering decision. A car requiring no transmission maintenance has lower perceived ownership cost at the point of sale than one requiring a $60 service every 2 years. General Motors introduced it first. Ford and Chrysler followed. And an entire generation of drivers was told transmission maintenance was unnecessary. Toyota never believed it. Honda never believed it. Toyota's service documentation specifies transmission fluid inspection at 30,000 miles. Honda publishes a severe service interval of 25,000 miles for city driving. These are the manufacturers with the lowest transmission failure rates in the American vehicle fleet, publishing their actual maintenance philosophy in black and white. University of Michigan Transportation Research Institute data identifies degraded transmission fluid as the leading preventable cause of automatic transmission failure in vehicles under 150,000 miles. Not worn gears. Not manufacturing defects. Fluid that was never changed because a label said it never needed to be. Lifetime fluid means the fluid lasts as long as the warranty. The moment that warranty expires, the cost transfers to your driveway. That transfer averages $4,200 according to AAA's 2023 Automotive Repair Cost Analysis. Open your owner's manual right now. Find the transmission fluid service interval. If it says lifetime or no service required, cross-reference that against Toyota and Honda's published intervals for the same vehicle age. What you find will change how you think about every service reminder your dealer has ever sent you. Step 2. Never let a shop flush your transmission. The transmission flush is the single most profitable upsell in automotive service history and simultaneously the procedure most likely to cause the failure it claims to prevent. Over 60,000 to 100,000 miles of operation on aging fluid, the internal surfaces of your transmission accumulate a layer of varnish, a harmless byproduct of oxidized fluid baking onto metal surfaces under heat. It is not causing your shifting problems. It is simply there. A flush machine pumps new fluid through the system under 40 to 60 psi of pressure while purging old fluid out the return line. That pressure dislodges every varnish deposit from every internal surface. Those particles circulate through your brand new fluid and reach the valve body. The valve body contains shift solenoids with internal tolerances of 10 to 25 microns. One human hair is 70 microns. A varnish particle invisible to the naked eye sticks a solenoid. A stuck solenoid produces delayed shifts, harsh engagement, fault codes, and the $4,200 quote that arrives 3 months after the $180 flush that caused it. Honda's service documentation warns against machine flushing by name. Toyota's official procedure specifies drain and fill, not flush, across the majority of their lineup. The next time any shop recommends a transmission flush, ask them to show you Honda or Toyota documentation recommending that procedure before you authorize it. The answer will tell you immediately whether the recommendation is based on engineering or revenue. Step 3. Perform the incremental drain and fill. This is the procedure Toyota and Honda have been publishing in their service documentation for 70 years. It costs $30 in fluid. It takes 45 minutes across 3 sessions. And it replaces 85 to 90% of your total fluid volume without ever creating the pressure event that a flush produces. Locate the transmission drain plug on the flat metal pan at the bottom of the transmission housing. Place a drain container underneath. Remove the drain plug. Approximately 30 to 40% of total fluid volume drains from the pan. The remaining fluid stays in the torque converter and cooler lines. Reinstall the drain plug. Refill with the exact fluid your manufacturer requires. Toyota WS automatic transmission fluid costs $7 to $9 per quart at any Toyota dealer parts counter. Honda DW1 costs $6 to $8 per quart. Never substitute a generic multi-vehicle ATF regardless of what the label claims. The friction specifications in manufacturer fluid are not interchangeable with generic formulations, and using the wrong fluid produces shift problems owners mistake for transmission damage. Drive normally for 100 miles. Fresh fluid mixes with degraded fluid remaining in the torque converter. The mixture is now less degraded than the original. No varnish disturbed. No solenoids pressurized. Drain and refill a second time. Drive another 100 miles. Drain and refill a third time. By the third cycle, you have replaced approximately 85 to 90% of total fluid volume, including the torque converter fluid a single drain misses, without any of the risks a pressure flush creates. Honda's Odyssey owner documentation specifically recommends this 3-cycle procedure. Toyota service data confirms equivalent methodology across their lineup. Perform this service every 30,000 miles under normal conditions. Every 20,000 miles for city driving, towing, or hot climates. University of Michigan Powertrain Research identifies 75% of lifetime transmission contaminants as originating in the first 5,000 miles from manufacturing residue alone. Most owners reach 60,000 miles before their first service. That initial contamination has been circulating for years by that point. Stay right here, because Step 4 covers 2 driving habits that destroy transmissions faster than any fluid failure. Both happen every single day. Both are completely invisible until the damage is done. Do not skip ahead. Step 4. Change 2 driving habits that silently destroy transmissions. The first habit is shifting from drive to reverse while the vehicle is still moving. Every shift from drive to reverse at even 2 miles per hour forces internal clutch packs to absorb rotational energy your brakes should have dissipated first. The clutch packs are engineered to engage when the output shaft is stationary. Honda service training documentation identifies rolling direction changes as a primary contributor to premature clutch pack wear. 10 times per day across 10 years of ownership, the cumulative damage to clutch pack friction material is measurable and it is expensive. Coming to a complete stop before every direction change and waiting 1 full second before shifting costs nothing. It protects components that cost thousands to replace. The second habit is driving hard immediately after cold starts. Cold transmission fluid cannot generate clean hydraulic pressure for smooth shifts. Every hard acceleration in the first 2 minutes after a cold start forces the transmission to operate under load with fluid that has not reached operating temperature. The shift harshness you feel on cold mornings is not normal transmission behavior. It is clutch packs engaging under hydraulic pressure that is not yet sufficient to produce smooth engagement, and doing it repeatedly across years of cold morning commutes accelerates internal wear in ways that never appear on a service invoice until the damage is already severe. Waiting 30 seconds after starting on cold mornings before putting the vehicle in gear, and then driving gently for the first 5 minutes, costs 30 seconds of your time and adds tens of thousands of miles to clutch pack service life. Step 5. Reset your transmission memory after every fluid service. Your transmission control module learns your driving habits and adjusts shift pressure and timing over time. It has also been adapting to degraded fluid for years, applying extra hydraulic pressure to compensate for depleted friction modifiers and delaying shifts to compensate for sluggish solenoid response in old fluid. When you replace that fluid, the compensation profile stored in the computer is now wrong. The transmission control module is applying extra pressure to clutch packs that no longer need it. It is delaying shifts that fresh fluid would execute immediately. The result is a transmission with new fluid that still shifts like it has old fluid, because the computer learned those patterns over years and has not been told to unlearn them. On Toyota models manufactured before 2006, disconnecting the negative battery terminal for 5 minutes clears adaptive memory completely and allows the transmission control module to recalibrate from baseline values with the fresh fluid. On Honda and newer Toyota models, driving gently through all gear ranges for the first 50 to 100 miles after a fluid service using light throttle and smooth progressive acceleration achieves the same recalibration automatically. The transmission control module rebuilds its learned parameters around what the fresh fluid can actually do, and the shift quality improvement that follows is what owners who have never serviced their transmission describe as impossible. The combination of fresh fluid from Step 3 and reset adaptive memory from Step 5 working together is what produces that result. Not the fluid alone. The fluid plus the computer learning what the fluid can actually do. 5 steps. That is the entire transmission maintenance system that Toyota and Honda have been publishing for 70 years while American manufacturers were printing lifetime fluid stickers. Stop trusting the lifetime fluid label. Never approve a transmission flush. Perform the incremental drain and fill every 30,000 miles. Come to a complete stop before every direction change and wait 30 seconds on cold mornings. Reset the transmission control module after every fluid service. Total cost across the life of your vehicle: approximately $90 in fluid across every 90,000 miles of ownership. Cost of skipping these 5 steps: $4,200 on average. Sometimes more. Always preventable. Toyota understood in 1951 that small consistent actions prevent large expensive failures. These 5 steps are exactly what that philosophy looks like when applied to the transmission sitting in your driveway right now. The $4,200 invoice is not inevitable. It never was. It is the cost of trusting a marketing decision that was never made with your transmission in mind. If this just changed what you are going to do this weekend, hit like right now, share this with every driver you know, and subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Drop a comment and tell me what country you are watching from. I read every single one.